I thank you for being part of our board and our leaders in our communities, or if you're listening to this recording at a later date, for being somebody that has the interest at heart for our local economies and our local businesses. So we will now open it up for Q&A.
Good job, Marc. I have a question. So as far as I really appreciate the value that we're really trying to offer to our members, and even right every level of membership available. How engaging is it for the business owners as they join as members to like contribute to that value and receive that value? Is it pretty immediate, or is there an onboarding process that we'll see business owners and other members kind of need to be putting in some time and effort to get set up?
So thank you, Steph. The idea is that the automation tools that are now currently live allows any individual in our community to go to our website and join or get involved with the chamber, with the ability to select at what level they want to be involved. So if they want to become a shop local supporter and have a lifetime individual membership, they would select that and then go through the steps. So everything is designed to be self-serve, and with the intent to reduce the administrative burden of the executive director position that the chamber has. What we've found at many chambers is the amount of paperwork and admin work and planning work that is asked of these executive directors really takes away from what they should be focusing on, and that's the success of the business members and the local economy. So to answer your question, it is automated, self-serving, with then the opportunity for the executive director to then engage or interact or send email updates with what's happening in our region. Other things that I plan on doing in the next 3 months is to do live cast or podcast interviews with business owners, so that we have so many different types of companies, service offerings, stories of how people started their businesses. Those stories need to be captured, recorded, and shared. So that's another way that we can further propagate awareness of our business owners in this region, and the desire for other businesses to say, hey, I also want to be interviewed because I have a great story as well.
That's great. I think I have one more question just in regards to the e-commerce platform. Let's say I'm a service company. Is it possible for me to list my service or my offering on the e-commerce site as more of a marketing tool rather than a purchasing tool?
Yes. So one of the features that will be soon available is the ability for a business that doesn't have a traditional something to sell or something to offer on the online, the ability for them to sell gift certificates or prepaid cards. And those will all be e-gift cards, meaning if you are a chiropractor or a massage therapist and you want to sell a $100 gift card on Chamber Market, you could do that. When the person buys it, it's a digital code, so it becomes an e-gift card. So yes, we have that in mind. The majority of businesses can have some sort of e-commerce offer, but of course, if you're the type of company, like if you're a manufacturing firm and you're wholesaling to resellers, then obviously the marketplace would not be a place for you to list your products.
Sure.
But there's so many late adopter companies out there that have not yet established an online e-commerce presence. Number one, because sometimes it's difficult or complex. Number two, there's fairly significant costs and commitment that you have to pay a monthly subscription if you're going on Shopify or whatever that case may be. And then if you're a smaller company and you go with month 1, month 2, month 3, you put all this money in, you've got your Shopify site, but nobody knows you exist. That is very painful. So the chamber market shop local marketplace is designed to have $0 per month. So you set it up as an individual merchant, you get your e-commerce web store. But the most powerful thing about it is you are then marketed, promoted, and featured by the local Chamber of Commerce in their Shop Local Online initiative. So you're getting traffic, you're getting awareness that you would not get if you're setting up any other Etsy, Amazon, Shopify, or other e-commerce store.
And then just to confirm, all of that value add, all of those services that the platform offers, that's all included in the membership?
Correct. So the example of if you're a company and you're selling widgets, you could join the chamber today as a chamber market membership, which does not cost anything. There's a one-time $25 setup fee to set up the merchant account required to accept payments online through the platform, and $0 per month with a 4.95% all-in platform transaction rate that covers the merchant processing fees and the marketing and promoting of your store or your offers. And if you don't sell anything, so if the chamber market is not able to make any sales for you, it costs you nothing. It only costs you once you're able to sell something on the chamber market.
Awesome.
A few words from our president. Derek, do you have any observations or questions?
Well, I think the key thing here, Steph, those are great questions. And, you know, in the discussions that I've had with Marc on this, I think the key thing on this whole platform is to, you know, and I'm almost nervous to use the word member or membership because, you know, again, in the old terms of a chamber of commerce, that meant you were paying or having to pay or obligated to pay to become a member. And it's, you know, it's that whole cart before the horse or horse before the cart, however you want to look at it, is in doing or setting up this platform. It's now introducing the chamber to people. I'm going to maybe use that term. So whether it's business, a retail customer, wholesale customer, businesses looking to network with other businesses, we're now going to provide these services and basically try us on for size. We want these people to see the values without having to front their money, without having to feel obligated, you know, and Marc's said it before is, you know, our old chamber platform is you went around and you kind of told businesses that, you know, hey, you should be a member because you're local and you should sponsor and you should, it's almost like we're looking for handouts without really having some value to give back. Well, now it's turning that upside down and saying, here's what we're offering. We want you to be part of this association and it doesn't cost anything. And, you know, all of the kind of studies that Marc's done out from out west, like he said, as you're starting to give people what they need and they're starting to see that there is a real value, then there's that kind of obligation where they feel that they need to become a paid member. So we're not asking, we're not asking for the handout. They're going, hey, this is actually a great opportunity. They've helped grow our business. And I mean, this is all on top of some of the other things, you know, just, you know, being aware of, you know, business grants and what's out there. And, you know, granted, we hope we're through COVID, but if, you know, if not, kind of what are the, you know, things that we have offered and done in the past. So that wouldn't change. It's just, there's so many more new ideas and new concepts that are with this. And I think now, you know, Marc's kind of mapped out what the next 3 months look like. But even that business directory, you know, Steph, if Marc called you and you'd never been on the board or never met us and he called and said, hey, it's Marc from the Southeast Commerce Group. We're just trying to make sure that all businesses are recognized within our association. And the first question you're going to say, well, what's the cost? No, there's no cost because we're here for business and we want to make sure that every business has a chance to be recognized. So when you start taking that attitude, rather than Marc calling and going, hey, Steph, have you heard of the Southeast Commerce Group? Membership's $150 a year or $15 a month. it's taking that out of it and going, hey, let's just start with that. You know, in that it gets you a phone number and email, and you may get some information that you're like, oh, geez, I, you know, didn't know that. I mean, you know, like this year, I'm going to go back to the old style chamber, but even just in getting the grant information for Power Up and all those kinds of things, a lot of businesses utilized that because that information was given through our commerce group. So that's just one idea. But the fact that we'd be reaching out to companies going, we're here, we care, and we just want to make sure that you're part of this, not please show us the money. I think what, you know, these studies are showing is by going and flipping this upside down, you're going to see that membership dollars start to trickle in and then roll in and grow and grow and grow, because you're turning things backwards. You know, it's well, I don't even want to use the reference, you know, it's like, you know, the first one's free and then the rest will come, but you know, it's giving people,
focusing on value.
Yeah, some real value.
Somebody had compared it to dating, right? You got two entities that don't know each other, and then you finally meet. Well, you're not going to propose right away, or you're not going to ask to get married. You're gonna reciprocate. You're going to get to know each other. You're going to feel it out, and if it feels good, then you're going to evolve the relationship. The same thing applies with the chamber and the business members or community individuals. Now that we're going to be inviting them to become shop local, support local champions. So yeah, that's just another example.
Yeah, I like I said, Marc took some time to kind of lay it all out and kind of make me understand where this was going. But when you actually go through it, especially through the presentation that Marc prepared today, it just makes sense. As business owners, and even as people sitting at home, you know, your cell phone goes off and, you know, it's soliciting. It's finally something that we're going out and going, hey, we're here for you. At the very least, let's get your business recognized and put on our business directory. We'll shoot you out an email with our information. It just gives the opportunity to make those connections and grow and grow and grow. And, you know, with these people, how many more people now will maybe come to a networking event or grow? I mean, for me, if someone were to say, Derek, what's been the single most important thing that I've benefited from being part of this chamber and sitting on, you know, the board and being president, is honestly the relationships and the networking, the companies, the people, you know, the friendships, you know, lots of companies that I've done business with, or they've done business with me. And really that relationship was formed from the chamber. So to be able to offer that to people, to businesses up front first without obligation, I think is gonna pay off tenfold.
And if you look at any other, like any social media platform, Facebook is not in the content development world, or LinkedIn or Twitter. It's all about the network.
Right.
So the larger that network is on a social media platform is the same as a chamber. The larger your network is, the larger your connections are, the more valuable you are to everyone else that is connected in that ecosystem.
Yeah.
And I think to add too, right, when you're in a small market, you know, a rural demographic like we are, a lot of the innovation seems to lag a little bit. So introducing technology to automate some of the processes, put your services online where they can literally, you can have sales with minimal effort. Those are all attributes that should help entrepreneurs and business owners to one, grow their businesses, cut some costs, and have more time to focus on the things that they need to focus on within or on their companies. So I see a lot of value to at least introduce that at a very minimal cost, basically $0, and allow people to scale and grow their companies very organically by just using tools that are becoming more and more present and available that tend to bring a lot of value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you, Steph, for your questions and your feedback. And again, thank you for being a board member. We truly appreciate your contributions. Derek as well, you've been a long-standing supporter, board member, two-time president, I guess.
Two-time president, but the same thing, obviously, to Marc. You know, there's a couple times he's had to stand in. I think this opportunity with what you're doing as the interim executive director and building this spectacular idea and growing with it, I'm excited to actually see the next 3 months. And I think I'm just excited for businesses to get a call from us just to say we're here. You know, the other thing, Steph, we talked about is it's not just business director. You know, part of Marc's conversation will be, you know, if you have a question or it's a concern, and if it's about business tax or borrowing or benefits, to reach out to the Southeast Commerce Group. You know, we'll find someone within our organization that has maybe dealt with the same circumstance, or we'll get the necessary information. So we really want to show to the, you know, to our entire area that, you know, we're truly here to help people and help business.
Thanks, Derek.
Thank you.
Nice job, Mark.